This is the 8.6 mini lesson. A tank that currently contains 2,500 gallons of oil is being emptied at a rate of 25 gallons per minute. The capacity of the tank is 3,000 gallons. So how many gallons are currently in the tank? We said 2,500. How fast is it being emptied? 25 gallons per minute. What are the quantities that are changing? The time is changing and the gallons is changing. The gallons depends on the time, so that means the dependent variable is the gallons of oil in the tank, which I'm going to call G, and the independent is the time in minutes. I'm going to call that T. So what's the unit rate of change? Remember, it's emptying 25 gallons per minute, so that means it's negative 25 gallons per minute. And we know that because remember, unit rate is per one of the independent variable. Independence time. So for every 1 minute, what's happening with this? We're losing 25 gallons. So write an equation. So the gallons of gas or oil is equal to, we started with this amount, but we're subtracting 25 gallons every single minute. So we're going to use that over and over again here. So how many gallons would be in the tank after a quarter of an hour? So again, we're not talking hours, my time is in minutes. So a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So I use my equation. In place of T, I put 15. Now I'm going to solve using order of operations. So I have to multiply first. G equals 2,500 minus 375. So when I subtract those, there would be 2,125 gallons in the tank after a quarter of an hour. Okay, so now 5.5 minutes, that's 5.5 in place of T. So again, order of operations, I multiply first. So G equals 2,500 minus 137.5. Now when we subtract, the gallons equals 2,362.5 gallons. Okay, an hour and a half. Remember, we want minutes. An hour is 60 minutes, half an hour is 30. Altogether, that's 90. So in place of T, I put the 90. So 25 times 90. G equals 2,500 minus 2,250. When we subtract those, the gallons equals 250. Okay, when will the tank be half full? So remember, the full tank held 3,000. We didn't start with a full tank. So half full would be at 1,500 gallons. So in place of G is the 1,500. Now I need to isolate my variable. So I have to subtract 2,500 to both sides of the equals. Then I get negative 1,000 equals, remember, bring down the sign, negative 25T. Now I'm going to divide both sides by negative 25. When we take a negative divided by a negative, we get a positive. So 30 equals T, and time is in minutes. So 30 minutes, it would be half full. Okay, let's do one more. When would the tank be empty? That means the gallons in the tank would be 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 2,500 from both sides. So I get negative 2,500 equals, and again, remember, bring down the sign, negative 25T. Now I divide both sides by negative 25. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, and I get 100. So it would take 100 minutes for the tank to completely empty.